2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Nuggets in Denver. Looking at Denver on their home court against a subpar team, this is one they expect to win. As long as they play with effort, you have to like their chances. And one guy we don't talk enough, not even close, but we should be, is Gary Harris.
Yeah, he's one of the better young players in this league. 2 guards. I mean, terrific shooter, great moving without the ball, and a great defender.
Ernie punched me. You see that? Gary Harris. I like his toughness. Not the biggest guy, but he's strong, and he competes, and he never cries. Punch me again.
No, put some ice on that. Don't want to hurt you.
Oh,
Let's go courtside. Thanks for joining us.
You mean icy hot.
And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
We all witnessed the Nuggets making a big leap last season. Coach Mike Malone said, when you miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and your defense is bottom 5, something's got to give. Our guys deserve all the credit. We didn't come up with a grand master plan. We do what we do, but harder, better, and for longer stretches. Kevin?
Just putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Denver. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers, 5.5 games behind.
And for Portland, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Yeah, lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Kent Bazemore is out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Nuggets, at the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the center position. All right, tonight a matchup of teams that know how to get stops, Brent. When you were playing with the Spurs, what made those defenses so special?
The word it comes down to is accountability, and that is that you understand you have a role defensively just as much, Kevin, as you do on the offensive end. It certainly doesn't hurt that on the back end you have Tim Duncan calling out plays, blocking shots,
yes.
But accountability to your role defensively, that's where Greg Popovich gets you to play.
And the communication's so vital.
That always helps, but sometimes Pop picks that just a little bit too far.
So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Murray, and Whiteside sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Martin passes to Murray. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
There's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Murray.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason. to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And so Murray nails both of them. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Harris inside. He is guarded by McCollum. Count the basket.
Well, that bucket from Harris was all about perseverance. He takes his time and uses what he has of those muscles and puts it on the defense.
Now here's McCollum. He had 13 points in the win against New York. Here's Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
McCollum outside to the middle. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by McCollum.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Down low, here's Harris. Good D by McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Bazemore has been in this league long enough, Kevin, to know you can't go in there soft, so he's going to get through that contact and get to the line.
Now, here's Jokic. He had 15 points last outing. Over Lillard, here's Millsap. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Lillard against Murray. 14 feet away. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yeah, so do the quick short dribbles and then create some space. Try to guard that.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Bazemore against Barton. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Here's Millsap. Out to Harris. Back to Millsap. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
The contact's certainly there, but Millsap just too big and too strong on those type of plays.
And the pass to Bazemore. Whiteside, high post. Lillard from outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Nuggets trail. Harris looking it over. Wide open. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win it.
No doubt that's what made the difference. The aggression they showed, attacking, drawing contact. It got them points at the line and made foul trouble a big concern on the other side. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Back to Harris. Shoots over Lillard, and it's Millsap. That time on the assist from Harris. Millsap's got 8 points.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard from outside the arc. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
The D bit on that pass fake, and that freed him up.
And Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
Well, one thing that Nuggets fans can rest easy on is this team has its core in place.
No doubt about that. There's a lot to like about the future of the Denver Nuggets with Jokic at that center position and the huge extension signed this offseason by Jamal Murray. That's a fantastic duo between your 5 and your point guard to build on.
Martin, no good on that one. Nice D from Lillard. Here's Bazemore, and the dunk by Bazemore.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Murray against Lillard, and Jokic wide open. He shoots. The Nuggets with another miss. It's McCollum with the drive. Over Harris. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get in one opportunities.
And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Torrey Craig comes in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Harris. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best. We go back to 2015. The Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And checking out some numbers for Murray. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Now here's Murray. Morris kicks to Murray. Shot to stop the run, and he lays it up and in. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisitions.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
Now, here is Morris, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Millsap. Back to Morris. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Trailblazers leading by 3. to the left side wing. Here's Simons. That one rolling around and rims out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
A different look for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap, and it's Beasley in for Murray. And Plumlee kicks to Grant. High, arcing shot, and Morris with the lay-in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Simons. Here's Little. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Now here's Beasley. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Plumlee. Clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Catches the defender a little bit out of position. Plumlee makes a strong move to take advantage.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Plumlee.
So many finishers on this Denver Nugget team and a great second unit that comes in and changes the pace. It's the passing that really helps that Denver Nugget offense get into a flow and make them very difficult to guard. Not a surprise, they were second in assists last year.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for Portland. Both shots good from the stripe. And Brent, when you take a look at the Nuggets, it's almost as if every bucket comes from that extra pass.
Yeah, the team was in the middle of the road last year in terms of their made threes, but second in threes that were assisted on, so ball movement imperative to the success of their offense. And of course, we know it kind of starts there with that point center in Jokic.
Now here's Little. Pass to Simons. And there's the pass to Hezonja. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They trail by 1, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Here's Simons. What a tremendous game he played against New York.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Morris finds Plumlee. And here's Beasley. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important, like every game they're there. Like every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Labissiere. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed, wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season. And that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason. In the last few years, we've seen a nice leap from Jeremy Grant, including how effective he can be in that spot.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They need this one. Beasley with the rebound.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Goes back up, and it's good on the way up.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Whiteside.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now, here's Grant. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And they call an illegal screen here. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. 4th, Damian Lillard.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can be the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers.
Here's Morris following the score by Damian Lillard. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Here's Simons, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Lillard, fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Morris against Lillard. Here's Morris. It's Beasley on the wing. There's the triple. The shot comes out. Paul Millsap has been leading the charge for Denver. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you, numbers-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Little out there with Hazonia. And there's Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. The Nuggets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And he's going up for the alley-oop and finished off by Hezonja. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Lillard against Morris. Grant outside. Back to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Feeds to Plumlee. And he uses the glass on the layup. Plumlee's got 7 points.
Well, for people who question some toughness and determination, Plumlee showing off that he can finish through contact and growing in both of those areas.
And now, here's Hezonja. Lillard with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Morris. They lead by 1. Now the feed to Beasley. Wide open shot is on the money. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. Passes it to Lillard. Tolliver down low. Working on Grant. Lillard from outside trains the three-pointer. Lillard's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Yeah, defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Morris dishes to Plumlee. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
He is a great leaper for his size and gets off the floor so quickly, sneaks behind the defense for that alley-oop.
To the inside. Tolliver with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Here's Craig. Back to Plumlee. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Hezonja, the pass to Simons. Here's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
And the first one drops. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Martin comes in for Torrey Craig. Gary Harris is checked in for Malik Beasley. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Now here's Barton. 26 points for him last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And Plumlee kicks to Barton. And it's blocked.
Sensational coverage by Bazemore there. His length makes him a threat to always be able to block shots like that.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Barton outside. 5 to shoot. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Right side up top. A 17-point game for him in the win against New York.
Felt like he also was prepared for whatever the opposition was coming at him with. He was either contesting shots or swatting them away. Just a dominant defensive performance all the way around. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
First one falls for him. Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
Good on both.
And Bazemore is an athletic player who continues to try to evolve his game. He gets out into transition. That's when you're going to get Bazemore at his best.
Now here is Harris. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved. His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Barton passes to Jokic. Offline from the top of the key. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Here's Murray. The Blazers getting the bucket. Fires from deep. The Nuggets with another miss.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Scal Labissières checked in for the Trailblazers. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Cullen passes to Whiteside. Dishes it to Bazemore. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way in. Bazemore's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harris dishes to Murray. Shoots over Bazemore. Murray, no good. Portland leading by 9. McCollum kicks it to Bazemore. Over Murray. Here's Labissiere. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Labissiere's got his first 2 points.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And now a look at the 2K leaderboard to see which point guards have been playing the best perimeter defense during the last month. 4th, Jamal Murray.
And with these guys, they are always going to give you an equally outstanding effort at both ends of the floor. I mean, it takes very aggressive defense to put up steal numbers like that.
Well, proactive style of defense is one thing, but using your smarts is another. They've got great anticipation of where that ball is going on any given play. They've read the scouting report.
Jokic, and that one goes long.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. That's tipped, and it's the Nuggets with the ball. The Nuggets trail by 11. Out to the right wing. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
What a find by the Denver Nuggets. No hype really around Jokic coming into the league. And now he's a star player here in Denver, a franchise player here in Denver, and a heart of a team that's got a tremendous amount of potential in the next couple of seasons. Jokic heading up this offense and shouldering the load.
He hits both from the stripe. And with Jokic, he was a second-round pick for the Nuggets back in 2014.
Think about the decision that was made between Jokic and Nurkic and how it is that the team felt like Jokic could grow if Nurkic moved on, which he did to Portland. And now all of a sudden the offense takes off under Jokic, a playmaking 5 that opens up a lot of cutting opportunities. And I know this young nucleus is going to do some great things in the future, mostly behind what Jokic has provided this organization.
And it's blocked by Whiteside.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
Inside, Labissiere, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line. And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
And that one misses.
A great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trailblazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
And he ends up missing both free throws. You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition. And they demonstrated that they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference. But there is room to grow. Hopefully that motivation is something that gets them to the next level.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Nuggets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Yeah, I think a lot of these young Nuggets, and Gary Harris falls into this category, for them and for Coach Malone, it's about consistency of their performance.
That one is no good. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
And he makes the first.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Nuggets trail by 10. Barton surveying the floor. Murray against Anthony. Barton wide open. He fires. And another miss by Denver. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
About Melo getting up there at 6'8", rising up and getting to the rim for the throwdown.
Now Murray. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. He kicks to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jokic. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Trailblazers leading by 12. From about 19 feet, it's hauled in by Harris.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. So it's Portland now. after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's McCollum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
First free throw is good. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Gary Harris. Portland also making some changes. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Kent Bazemore.
You think about great perimeter shooters, and CJ, not only just statistically, but stylistically, Kevin, his name comes up. He can heat up and get this team going offensively.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Jokic. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Simons, covered by Beasley. Now the pass to Labissiere. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That shot missing. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. Murray outside. Back to Barton. Millsap trying to get open. Barton passes to Millsap.
Given how skilled Millsap is in the post, sometimes you have no choice but to foul him and hope he misses the shot. Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap.
Well, Paul Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. Torrey Craig comes in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Portland. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
Well, you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. 51 seconds left to play here in the half.
I'm not sure where the lack of focus comes in there, Kevin. That's not like him. The defense is close, but there's enough space to score.
Morris, no good. Portland leading by 8. Hezonja kicks to Little. Craig pulls it in.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Beasley against McCollum. To the wing on the left. Takes the 3. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times, it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see it. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Here's Lillard. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Bazemore misses. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Barton. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Bazemore against Murray. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Bazemore. Whiteside's got the first field goal of the second half for Portland. Murray, the pass to Harris. Jokic kicks to Barton. Harris outside. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
And Will Barton, always going full speed, that time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Jokic. Harris outside. Misses the 3.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now here's Anthony. Bazemore for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Bazemore's got 12.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Back to Murray. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And there it is for him. Now here's Bazemore. He's got 12. Down low. Here's Lillard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 17.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Bazemore against Barton. Here's Harris. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Trailblazers leading by 10. Bazemore for 3. Here's Whiteside. Makes it off the glass. Whiteside's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Whiteside against Jokic. Harris outside. The kick out to Barton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jokic. Offline with his 3. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Barton drives in, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And he sinks the second.
6'6", 175. That's one wily athlete. Will Barton, tough to guard, given his height and his speed.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Bazemore passes to Whiteside, and they double up Whiteside. Clock at 6. Here's Bazemore, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
Stupendous work by Bazemore to force the defense into him there. His skill set really presents a challenge to opposing defenders.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so Bazemore nails both of them. The Nuggets trail by 16. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Murray's showing that he has the ability to draw the fouls. Just a beautiful anticipation play to get to the free throw line.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good, Murray. And so Murray nails both of them. Trailblazers leading by 14. McCollum outside. Three-pointer, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 23 points for Damian Lillard.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now, here's Jokic. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Oh, Jokic being assertive now in the mid-range and has the touch to bury that kind of shot.
Murray against Lillard. Over Murray. And again, it's Portland converting.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Damian Lillard. Averaging about 27 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Now here's Murray. He's got 8. Jokic. That one off the back iron and out. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Lets a floater go. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. 19-point game. McCollum against Harris. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Passes to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
McCollum against Harris. McCollum passes to Whiteside. And here is Anthony. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
Well, Melo's getting inside, maybe even under the skin right now of the defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
Just get a feeling like Melo has brought some extra energy to this one. This guy eats, drinks, and breathes basketball, but he's at it here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Grant, he's checked in for Jokic. And it's Torrey Craig in for Barton. The Trailblazers also changing it up. This year comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Little in for Kent Bazemore. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role. After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
McCollum trying to get open, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Murray, the pass to Plumlee. Back to Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post. Murray's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a crafty finish around the basket. Murray fearing nobody on that possession.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. That one misses. Some solid defense from Harris. And Labissiere sends it back.
Well, the reach of Labissiere making impact right there on defense. Dependable with the shot blocking.
Beasley's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Jamal Murray. And then for the Trailblazers, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Beasley left side. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Plumlee. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Portland leading by 14. And here's Little. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Little. Hezonja, he's checked in for Skal Labissiere. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nuggets trail by 16. Beasley kicks to Grant. Here's Craig. No points in the game yet for him. There's the pass to Plumlee. Not going to go that time. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Little with the ball. Simons the pass to Tolliver. He dishes it to Lillard. Over Beasley. Portland again missing. Denver's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And he banks in the layup. Beasley's got 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. To the inside. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee. Hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
Fades and shoots. No good. And it's Denver the other way. Beasley outside. He gets that one. 11 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Lillard. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Craig kicks to Plumlee. Beasley outside. Another 3 for Denver.
I like the awareness there. Plumlee quickly assesses his options and moves it.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They have a 9-point lead. Lillard, right side, for 3. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting 41% for the game. Morris looking over the floor. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Launches it. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard, right side. Portland, no good that time either. Denver's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. On the wing, Morris. Hazonia defending. Morris with the bucket. And now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's Simons. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And Hazonia gets it to go.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Morris. The Trailblazers knocking down the trip. To the middle. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Plumlee.
I tell you, Plumlee rolls so hard to the basket, no one really wants to get in his way.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 29. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lets the three fly, and the Trailblazers another three.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The Nuggets trail by 8. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Little. Hazonia's out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2-guard. Count it, good. Barton's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Nuggets.
And Will Barton looks comfortable there down on the inside with the shot.
Lillard scanning the floor. No good, shot missing. Good work defensively by Millsap. Barton drives in. And it's Portland with the rebound. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Feeds to Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Murray outside. Millsap down low. Covered by Lillard. And that one's good. Millsap.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Hazonia. Puts up a three. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Lillard against Millsap. Over Lillard. Again, the Nuggets score.
Millsap asked to do a lot, and tonight he's delivering on every level.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
A different look for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and Harris subbed in for Torrey Craig. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Tolliver. Anthony comes in for his honor. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Little. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anthony Simmons. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Jokic finds Barton for three. Murray, and again Denver with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Lillard against Millsap, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Jokic with it. Lillard picks him up. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Damian Lillard.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Free throw, no good for Jokic.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw good, Damian Lillard.
I mean, every year since his rookie campaign, Lillard gets the maximum attention from defenses. They're schemed to slow him down. That's what's so impressive about the numbers that he's put up throughout his career.
Here's Jokic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because he seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
And here's McCollum for three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Barton against Bazemore. Millsap has the open look. And it's Denver scoring again.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Now Lillard. Right side up top. Anthony right side. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Bazemore against Barton. The 11-footer. It's deflected.
All about timing. Will Barton, great job of seeking that one out and throwing it away.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Harris outside. Passes it to Millsap. Jokic against Whiteside. Shot from 16. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. A second chance effort. He lays it in. And now a 10-point Portland lead.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his vertical reach, so hard to stop on the inside.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good! Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
To the paint. McCollum trying to get open. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. Anthony's got 5 assists in the game. Murray kicks to Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Here's Murray, and he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Shot from the inbound.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
He misses the free throw. And he's good on the second. The Nuggets trail by 11. Barton outside. Lillard against Murray. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Jokic finds Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray for 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Jokic against Lillard. Jokic draws the double. Back to Murray. Barton in the corner. It's over Bazemore, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 13. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to Lillard. The shot. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Murray, the pass to Jokic, over Whiteside, and Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night. McCollum dishes to Lillard. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
Outside Millsap. Back to Murray. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Murray's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And here is Murray. That shot, no good. Nice D from Lillard. Portland leading by 16. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. and it's sent back by Millsap.
Great block from Millsap, sending that one back.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. He doesn't get the second one. The Nuggets trail by 17. Uses the glass to finish the layup. That's 10 points for Gary Harris.
Now, Gary Harris would not be denied that time, focused on getting the finish.
The pass to Bazemore. Right side up top. Jokic defending. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Millsap. Pass to Barton. The offensive rebound. But they get it back. Jokic kicks to Harris. And the three off target. Trailblazers leading by 15. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Out to Anthony. This one for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Barton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Poked away and stolen by Lillard. McCollum outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Jokic against Whiteside. And it's Jokic missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Passes it to McCollum. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 19. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Denver with the ball, trailing by 19. Morris finds Porter. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Denver making a switch here. Vanderbilt's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Hezonja's checked in. And that one misses. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Trent. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Brown. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Here's Craig. Morris outside. Porter with it. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
And Porter, no good on that one.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.